Stipulations. This is a real quote. And Mr. Mays hasn't agreed to stipulate to anything, Your Honor. Why would I stipulate? We don't need no stinking stipulations. You stipulate if and only if it benefits your client. If you know that you're in front of the meanest judge in the Western Hemisphere and he's going to admit that data master come hell or high water, and the prosecutor wants to introduce the entire book from the last year of the data master logs to show how infallible the data master is, say, Judge, we'll stipulate. We'll just stipulate that the data master simulator logs were they're proper. Because otherwise there's going to be this overwhelming wave that the prosecutor gets to use to try and make it look like this thing is not fallible. The blood draw nurse, all right? I've won a lot of cases where the blood draw nurse doesn't show up. She was never subpoenaed. You need that under People v. Cords. I guess that blood doesn't come in. But on the other hand, if the nurse is there and the nurse is ready to testify and you've already had a couple of minutes with this nurse and this nurse is going to kill you because she's so nice and seems so honest, stipulate to it. Because it's going to do you more good than it will harm. But not unless or until it's going to do you good. The toxicology reports. All right, there's a lot more to these things than what you see with the blood results. There is, you get your number, of course, from Lansing, but then there's pages and pages of these logs and graphs and all that good sort of stuff. You can go through these, and sometimes you can effectively cross-examine the analyst from the state lab with those logs. Other times, however, the state analyst is going to come off as, again, too sincere and too honest. You're going to stipulate to it if it's going to do more damage to your case than good. And then the breath test results. I mean, who would stipulate to the breath test results? Well, if your client wasn't driving, who cares what the breath score was? Let it in. Don't fight everything. All right, there's a list of experts that I've handed out. This is a picture of Bubba Head up here. He's out of Georgia. He is one of the best DUI defense lawyers in the nation. And he has kindly allowed us to replicate his list of experts, and it's attached in the handouts. You can call all these people. There are experts for everything out there. Oh, and then think outside the box when it comes to your experts. Could you get other lawyers, dentists, optometrists, chiropractors, mechanics, and video technicians to help you in your case? Another lawyer, in other states, I've gotten PAT qualified to testify as an expert on field sobriety tests. You're going to find a lot of hostility with the district court judges to that idea. Because here's this guy that's practicing DUI defense, and now all of a sudden you want to say that he's an expert? Let me stop you there, Judge, because Mr. Barone has a lot more experience with field sobriety tests than the police officer who you're just letting run this courtroom talking about field sobriety tests. Dentists can talk about pockets inside the mouth, trapped alcohol inside the gums, periodontal disease, that sort of stuff, the dentures, all right? Dentists don't cost a lot if you can get some local guy that's a friend of yours to come on in and just talk about how deep the pockets are in the mouth. And they come off as very credible. Optometrists, all right, nationally, the optometrists tend to say that this HGN test is viable and that it's good science and all that. If you talk to an individual eye doctor, though, they're going to say, what? Huh? Eye test for what? That's crazy. Chiropractors, you know, your client's injuries, why you couldn't stand on one leg. There's actually a couple of doctors out of New York who, it's forensic gait analysis, will actually use computerized mats to determine how your client walks and the bone structure and that sort to say, that's why, with a medical degree of certainty, this person cannot perform the walk and turn test. It's good stuff. And then your video technicians. When you've got somebody who says that there's weaving, but you can't see it in the video, you can get a video technician. There's at least 2 really good ones here in Michigan that can enhance that video to show you that, in fact, no, what we see with our plain eyes is actually what was recorded on the video. All right, Winston Churchill. Never, never, never give up. That sort of diehard spirit that Churchill had is the way you should attack your DUI cases. If you lose an argument, get up with another argument. Earlier today, I filed a double jeopardy motion because my client was required to pay $1,800 on a felony drunk driving case. I said that violates double jeopardy, Your Honor, because 257.625N only applies after conviction. They have agreed to settle this case. He has paid them the money, and therefore the government cannot successfully or successively try to penalize him again. And after a lengthy motion hearing this morning, the case was, in fact, dismissed. And that just goes to show that you never give up. Thank you all very much.